Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Because moments like these only happen once for every lifetime, it is my honor to join you every day to talk about Descendants and Zombies on this show. This is one thing you guys have got to know. I so much appreciate everybody who loves Descendants and Zombies, and I feel as if you guys have deserved way better commentaries about Descendants and Zombies for a very long time, and it is my honor to give that to you guys. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that. Every day I turn on this YouTube channel, and I just want to provide you with the best commentaries that you will not find anywhere else, that you won't get out of anybody else who provides you with commentaries and breakdowns about whatever they're commentating on. I feel as if nobody knows how to commentate on Descendants and Zombies as powerfully as what I do. And I've just wanted to channel that and create something special for everybody. And some way or somehow, I like to believe that I've gotten away with that. And people have subscribed to this YouTube channel because they see the potential and they see the passion coming from my heart. Because it's one thing to just sit here and talk about Descendants and Zombies, but it's a whole different experience when you actually tell everybody how you feel about Descendants and Zombies. For me, Descendants and Zombies always represented hope. It always represented a second chance for somebody out there. Because no matter what you may have been going through, Descendants and Zombies allowed you to put the broken pieces of your heart back together, allowed you to believe in hope for the first time ever. And I think that deserves to be encouraged. I think if we're going to review people like Clarke and Malia Baker, then we should say something nice. We shouldn't jump to criticism, which a lot of people choose to do because they can't make sense of this franchise. And the way that I look at it, when I was breaking down Descendants and Zombies and analyzing it, because I've been referred to everything, including a Descendants analyst, I just wanted to show it the prestige and the honor that I feel has been missing from Descendants and Zombies reviews. Because the majority of the reviews that are being uploaded are reviews filled with criticism, and for pretty much 25 minutes per video you're just watching criticism and people really critiquing Descendants and Zombies in a way that it doesn't have to be. I think that if you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies, that's what someone's got to understand. You are a fan of Descendants and Zombies because you love the product so much, and you love to hear somebody talking about who and what you love. For me, it was always about Clarke. Clarke was a beautiful person with so much passion and so much dedication in everything that she did, from High School Musical, the series, to Berserk, to Raven's Home. No matter what you remembered Clarke for having done and being a part of, I remember Clarke being so appreciative of every moment that she was ever a part of, and that was what was so outstanding to me about Clarke, was that she was very different from every other Disney girl that we saw from whatever generation we were a fan of. And this is coming from a guy who was a fan of everything Disney for at least the last 30 years. I go all the way back to the lateral part of the 1980s. As I've said many times on the show, I had the honor and shown to me of growing up as a millennial. So I grew up from 1986 to the year 2000. So I saw Disney, turn a corner and come out of these animated TV shows and specials into live-action shows like Hannah Montana, Wizards, and Sweet Life. And I remember how nobody could ever want to give these shows the benefit of the doubt. I remember how much criticism Miley Cyrus was receiving at such a young age. I think she was 12 years old when she started being criticized and being reviewed in such unprofessional manners. And I remember this situation with Joshua Hawley many years ago, where Joshua Hawley was really torturing her with his opinion on his blog website years ago. Of course, he was called Trainwreck. And I remember that situation where Miley Cyrus had these photos leaked online of her because of her relationship with Nick Jonas and how she felt about Nick being publicized. I think people have really taken advantage of people like Miley and Selena for forever. I remember a couple of years back, when Selena Gomez was offering criticism because of her relationship with Benny Benisso, and how many people felt very differently about that. And I think that all Selena Gomez ever wanted was for people to leave her alone. And I think many years later, Clarke is falling victim to the same kind of thing, because she's just trying to put her life together. She's just trying to figure out, what direction she's headed in. Because here's the thing, she herself doesn't know what direction she's headed in. So I think that if we choose to give her the benefit of the doubt and we shy away from criticism time and time again, it will offer better reviews to people who are fans of Clarke, who have been there from the very beginning. Because I know that no matter how old you are watching this video, you have been with Clarke from the very beginning. You felt inspired by her dancing, you felt inspired by her singing, you felt inspired by her acting. No matter what reason you have for being a fan of Clarke, you're a fan of Clarke, and that's all you know. And you've had dreams of wanting to be a part of a production quite like Descendants and Zombies, because these productions will never happen again. This is a generation that will never be returned to, that we are all a part of. It is history, and since it's history, I think we should all be a part of something special, and I think we should enjoy being a part of it, and it is my honor to create so many wonderful videos for so many wonderful people who love Descendants and Zombies, because there are millions of people who have gravitated to this franchise, who are fans of this franchise because of something special. And I'm here to tell you guys there's nothing wrong with being a fan of Descendants and Zombies. I think it's cool. I think the music is really on point. I think the story is beautiful. So because the story is beautiful and the music is really on point, I think every single person who ever shows up on YouTube with a video about Descendants and Zombies has really got to be on case and point, which means state your reason why you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies. For me, it was the powerful story. And the music, of course, thrown in there too. It presented kind of a Wicked kind of vibe, like last year. Remember last year how Wicked took the world by storm? Ariana Grande's performance of Belinda the Good Witch was fabulously done, and it was a very different take on the Wizard of Oz story that I grew up watching. So because I grew up watching so many variations of the Wizard of Oz story and that tale over my lifetime, seeing Wicked brought to life on the big screen and in IMAX was an experience for me unlike anybody else, because most people would go to see Wicked and say, okay, it's just a Wizard of Oz musical with a different story before Dorothy dropped in. I get that, but if you watch every chapter of Wicked, it becomes more detailed with time, and I think time has forever and always been a crucial element to development of shows like Descendants and Zombies, because as time goes on, the script becomes more powerful, it becomes more detailed, and you have more reasons than ever before to fall in love with it. I think that forever and always Kylie Cantrell has drawn inspiration from Descendants, and it's forever and always held a special place in our hearts, so I think we should be supportive of that, and we should be more than supportive of that. If we're going to post reviews about Kylie Cantrell, at least post nice reviews that she can feel confident in her ability, because she's doubting herself. Meg Donnelly is doubting herself. Just last night I saw a video of Meg Donnelly so appreciative of being on the Lego float for the Thanksgiving parade this coming November. Of course, Thanksgiving in the United States is a big celebration, and I think Meg Donnelly deserves to be a part of it. And if it includes being on the Lego float, then we should be supportive of it, because she was so excited to tell us what was happening for her with the Macy's Day Parade and how she was going to be a part of it, singing and dancing. So I think that it's going to come with a lot of criticism. That is to be expected. But I think that with how appreciative she was to announce that on social pages just last night, I think that we should be supportive of her as fans, because she has over 2 million fans on social media, and on Instagram everybody is following her. So I think the majority of the people who are following her sure are fans, but there are also critics who are following her who are just looking for something to criticize. And I think the announcement of her being involved with the Macy's Day Parade is the perfect opportunity to provide criticism to Meg Donnelly. But the thing is, I think the more people who are fans of her and who are supportive of her are going to allow her to outride all this criticism off into the sunset, which is something that I am incredibly excited about and just so excited to be a part of. I think that everything having to do with your favorite stars, from videos they post of them singing or dancing or just being a part of a fabulous production such as Descendants or Zombies, has been such an honor for me. To see how far Freya Sky has come in such a short amount of time has been the greatest honor of my life, and to be able to sit here and to critique Descendants and Zombies in the way that I believe that it's forever and always been meant to be talked about and discussed has really become the greatest honor of my life, and I just am excited to be a part of it for the foreseeable future, because I really do believe there is so much to talk about when it comes to Descendants and Zombies. There is so much to say and so much to be excited to be a part of. So why would I come on my YouTube channel and post videos of criticism directed towards Freya Sky and Kylie Cantrell and Meg Donnelly when you see such beautiful friendships between Meg and between Freya, and they're so appreciative of every moment they're a part of with each other? I think this friendship between Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim was certainly something that was profiled a lot, and there were a lot of rumors based off their friendship. You know, were they really dating? All these rumors were ascended from Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker. All these rumors were ascended from Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim, and I think we really have to back off as journalists in criticism, because I really do believe that criticism, there is no nice form of criticism, and every day these celebrities are faced with a lot of criticism. When Zombies was first released by Disney, it was subjected to a lot of criticism. Nobody could ever make sense of it. I don't know if anyone could ever make sense of it, or they just didn't want to make sense of it. So what I did was I posted hundreds of videos about Zombies and Descendants, because I wanted to be one of those guys who would say something nice about your favorite stars, who would give you a reason to believe in this franchise perhaps more than you ever have before. And to be honest with each and every one one of you, I do this because I'm excited about the foreseeable future. Because regardless of how you may or may not feel about Descendants for Zombies, Descendants for Zombies has a beautiful future in store for it, and one that I'm excited to be a part of. I will be attending Wicked for Good this coming November. I'm really excited about it. I think the fall extravaganza for Wicked is going to be awesome. Wicked for Good, of course, the new chapter of the Wizard of Oz story before Dorothy dropped in. And I'll be honest with each and every one of you. I don't know why people don't like musicals so much as what I do, because musicals are beautiful. When the emotions are too high to tell you how the story is going in a script, they go to music. And that's what's to make sense of the beautiful musicals that we see from Descendants, Zombies, Wicked, of course, High School Musical, The Sound of Music. I've been a fan of everything that I've ever had the honor of attending, and I've had so many wonderful memories created for me and happen for me because of these musicals, because of these stage productions that I've been a part of. I know that a lot of these stage productions that I was a part of may have happened in high school, but the thing is, having the honor to talk about them on YouTube about 15 years after the productions had happened is the greatest honor of my life. And I think that if you're going to talk about franchises like High School Musical and Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King, then talk about them with prestige and give people a reason to believe in hope, perhaps more than they ever have. Because I really feel like if you're going to talk about Descendants and Zombies, you're really letting down the fans of Descendants and Zombies if you can't post a great review. And I understand that has everything to do with how you may have never watched Descendants before in your life. And when you record that reaction video, you're recording that reaction video for the first time ever because you've never watched Descendants or Zombies. But I have this to say to each and every one of you in response. For those critics that may be watching this video, just take a chance on Descendants and Zombies and see what it evolves into, see what it becomes. Because trust in me, your heart is your best friend, and your heart will never do wrong by you. It will always show you the right way to go. And if you trust in your heart and take the path that your heart always trusts that you will take, the thing is, great things will happen for you, and you will be feeling more honored and more excited about a franchise and its direction like Descendants and Zombies. I remember the first time that I watched Descendants, I was 25 years old. That was back in 2015, in the summer of that year. And that summer provided me with not just the honor of talking about Descendants and Zombies, but it gave me the honor of meeting thousands of wonderful people who subscribe to this YouTube channel every single time that I upload a video. They don't care what the video is on as long as the context is about Descendants and Zombies. And I think more YouTube creators should pride themselves on creating wonderful videos for people who are fans of Descendants and Zombies, because there are thousands of people watching Descendants and Zombies videos every single day on YouTube. I don't even finish my cup of tea every morning, and I'm to the point having to upload a video about Descendants and Zombies before I do anything. And that gives me great honor and great joy in creating so many wonderful videos for so many wonderful people. I was always involved in stage productions. I was always involved in theater. I was always involved in website development. So when I see a website like Freya Sky having tour dates, I'm very appreciative of it, because I remember building these beautiful websites when I was in high school. And I think that websites like FreyaSky.com and KylieControl.com are beautiful. Actually, come to think of it, I think Kylie Control's website is down right now because she doesn't have much in the way of projects to look forward to, but once things start picking up for Kylie Control, I would assume her website will be back online. I think the majority of the traffic now is happening for Freya Sky because she's got this world tour, and of course tickets went on sale for that back on October 30th, and I'm really excited to see what the reviews will detail about Freya Sky's world tour, because this is going to be the first time ever that she's going to be having one. And not to say that Kylie Control won't have a world tour too, because I think a lot of stage productions are in the works for Kylie Control, given how much dedication and how much heart she had seen going into the Worlds Collide tour. I think a lot of people were expecting a lot of criticism to happen for the Worlds Collide tour, but what outshined that were each and every one of you, and how incredibly supportive you were of the Worlds Collide tour. I have to give you credit where credit is due. You guys came up by the thousands, and you were incredibly supportive of your favorite stars, which makes making these videos all worth it. The response that I get in the comments, how many people hit the like button, how many people subscribe, makes this all worth it. And if there was one thing that I could do all over again if I was in possession of a pocket watch, it would be to go back in time and freeze time just to fall in love with Descendants and Zombies all over again. I think forever and always we will be fans of the original trilogy, but look at how much the original trilogy offered to a franchise that became a global phenomenon, something that started as a whisper. I think we will forever be fans of Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson because of their contributions to this franchise. But when you talk about this franchise as a whole, Kylie Control and Malia Baker have taken this franchise to places that I think we never expected that it would go to, or something far more than, or far greater than what it has ever amounted to. The reviews for Descendants and Zombies have been nothing short of outstanding, nothing short of phenomenal, and I was just excited to be a part of it. I was excited to be a part of it not just because I was a fan of Descendants and Zombies, I was excited to be a part of it because of each and every one of you. I will forever be a fan of musicals like Harry Potter and Wicked, and I will forever be a fan of Descendants and Zombies because it's definitely in a class and in a category of its own, because this is just Kylie Cantrell, Amelia Baker, and Ruby Rose Turner finding out their place in the world. And once they figure out where their place in the world resides, nothing short of spectacular is going to happen for them. And I think that as fans of Descendants and Zombies, it's just a joy to be along for this incredible ride, on this incredible journey that we are all a part of. I'm just excited to be here with each and every one of you, and I'm excited to be a part of whatever we're going to be a part of. I know that we're going to be faced with a lot of criticism because we are just fans of Descendants and Zombies, and that's a way to look at it. I get it. But the thing is, if we're going to talk about Descendants and Zombies, and that's exactly what we should do. We should show up and be on point every single time and just talk about Descendants and Zombies for the fun of it and have fun with our predictions and fun with our theories, because there are thousands of predictions and thousands of theories always and forever going to happen for Descendants and Zombies because the age demographics vary. There are people up as high as 17 years old who love Descendants and Zombies who watch every one of my videos. And because I get that and because I understand that, it's a great honor for me to sit here in front of this microphone to talk about Descendants and Zombies for the people who have forever and always had a special place in their heart reserved for Descendants and Zombies. Regardless if you're a fan of it because of the moments it created, because of the music, whatever reason you have for being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, I'm here to tell you guys there is really nothing wrong with ever being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, collecting the dolls, the Halloween costumes, the merch. I get it, because I was always a fan of things like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Are You Afraid of the Dark and Sailor Moon, because I was always a huge fan of Japanese animation too and video games. So my passions lie with collecting video games and action figures for pro wrestling. So when I see the Descendants dolls, it makes me think about that and my time of being a fan of everything that I was ever a fan of. And to be honest with each and every one of you, it was my honor to be a part of whatever I was a part of and to be talking about it, because I really do believe that there's a passion that goes, a certain passion and a pride that goes with showing up on YouTube every single time that you have the opportunity to upload a video. And I really do love talking about Descendants and Zombies, and I could talk about it honestly for the rest of my life. And that's what I've dedicated the rest of my life to doing, is talking about Descendants and Zombies for the people who have had Descendants and Zombies mean so much to them. Because the reality we're faced with is you're watching this video because you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies. And as I said here earlier, there's nothing wrong with ever being a fan of Descendants and Zombies. That's why I can upload 3 to 4 podcasts every single day without even thinking, because I really do believe that if we're going to show up and we're going to talk about Descendants and Zombies, and that is exactly what we should do, is show up and talk about Descendants and Zombies, because on the other side of the video, you never know who's watching, and you never know how they feel about Descendants and Zombies. That's why I encourage you all the time to tell me how you feel down in the comments below about Descendants and Zombies, because I don't know how you feel about it. All I know is these videos have been received so incredibly. There are so many fans of Descendants and Zombies who just simply say in the comments, I love Descendants and Zombies, because they want the world to know they love Descendants and Zombies, and they don't want to see their favorite stars subjected to so much criticism. And I get that. So because I get that, the greatest honor of my life has forever and always been to sit here and commentate on Descendants and Zombies and your favorite stars such as Kylie Cantrell and Meg Donnelly, who I can never seem to say enough nice things about. I know that sometimes I post a lot of Freya Sky videos and other times I post a lot of Kylie Cantrell videos because I want to be supportive of them. Because I feel as if a lot of people who upload these videos about people like Freya and Meg really don't understand the appreciation that goes with talking about your favorite celebrities. And I've seen the worst of things said about people like Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff without giving them a chance. Actually, Hilary Duff is dropping her latest single. Actually, for the first time in over 20 years, 15 to 20 years, since we've heard anything musically from Hilary Duff. And I think there's going to be a Supergirl trailer for Millie Alcott's movie Supergirl in 2026 in about a month or so. So we've got a lot to talk about, and we've got a lot to analyze and a lot to break down. And I'm really excited to be a part of it because I was always a fan forever and always of Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan, and I was forever supportive of them. So I think in 2025, after it's been almost 20 years since I've been supportive of Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if we're going to say something nice about them, that's exactly what we should do. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I would strongly recommend that you do that. Go ahead right now and get that out of the way, because I have a lot to say where Descendants and Zombies goes, and I think you would be very appreciative of being a part of this conversation, something that forever and always has had a special place in my heart because of each and every one of you, because you guys showed me the good that forever and always had existed in Descendants and Zombies, and I can never seem to thank you enough for that. I am so appreciative of every single moment that I've ever been a part of, sharing it with the fans of Descendants and Zombies, because if we're going to say something nice about Descendants and Zombies, then that is exactly what we should do, is say something nice about Descendants and Zombies, show up, be on case in point every single time, and have a whole lot of fun doing it, because in all honesty, guys, this is the greatest honor of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now today recording videos about Descendants and Zombies. So I have a movie premiere to head out to at 3:45 this afternoon. Before I head out to that, I will make sure there is enough content posted on this YouTube channel for the people who love Descendants and Zombies so much, because I just love supporting your favorite stars and your favorite moments that have made you a fan of Descendants and Zombies. So go ahead right now, get this out of the way, hit the subscribe button, because you will find time in appreciating everything that I have to say about Descendants and Zombies. In the final 15 seconds that I have, there is nothing wrong with being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, guys. So hit that like button, hit that share button, share my videos, and let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below, because we still have a lot to get to when it comes to the conversation about Descendants and Zombies. Today I will try to talk more on Ruby Rose Turner playing the live-action Rapunzel for Disney's live-action Tangled, and we will get to all the rumors surrounding the Macy's Day Parade and, of course, Meg Donnelly's involvement. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to go ahead right now and hit that subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much from my heart to yours, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of each and every one of your lives.